All right, we back with another behind the scenes. Got the braids being protected here. You know the vibes. Today we have another shoot. We'll be getting started here pretty soon. The model should be on her way soon. There are a couple things that I'm doing for this shoot that I didn't do for last shoot, so let me go through those real quick. So the first major thing for the last shoot, you guys saw that I used my Pentax K1000, the 35mm camera. This one I will be using my Mamiya RB67. It's if you don't know, it's a medium format camera, 6x7 format, and this is actually going to be my first portrait. Is it going to be my first? Okay, no, not my first portrait, but session, but I haven't done many portrait sessions with this. Like, I got this last year during quarantine, so I actually have not been able to use this as much as I've wanted to. So I'm using it for today's shoot. Obviously, this does not have a built-in light meter. It's all mechanical. There's no electronics part of this. So actually, the other day, I went and bought a light meter off Craigslist, and it's just a Minolta Autometer 4F. It's gonna help me because I've been using I have an app on my phone that I use to meter when I've been taking pictures with the Mamiya, but I want to use an actual light meter so that way I can get more accurate readings. And I mean, to be fair, the app on my phone wasn't too bad, but I want it to be a little bit more official and use a light meter. So hopefully I can get some good shots using the real light meter today. And also for the film, I will be using Kodak Portra 400 and Cinestill 800T. This is actually going to be the first time I use either one of these in medium in 120 format. Because obviously I've shot Kodak Portra 400 before, everyone has, but it's been 35mm, and Cinestill I've also shot 35mm. They came out pretty nice. So we'll see how the medium format version of it turns out. And the reason I am using Cinestill for today's shoot, besides the Portra, is because I'm going to be working with color today. And when I say color, I mean with these color gels that I have here. I'm going to be using this reflector plus barn door combination here, and on here you can kind of see that there are magnets where the gel be magnetizing to and stick to it, and then slot in there, and now we have color. This will also be my first time using this setup. I've used color before, but I was using that light over there, and I put this these like different colored wrappings over the light, and that's why I got my colors. But this time I will be using a little bit more official setup with these gels, and we'll see what kind of creative coloring effects I can get. Finally bought a second one of these white sheets to put on the ground. It's folded up right now, so I'm not stepping all over it. With this second one, I'm finally able to raise this all the way to its max height, the actual thing that it's getting held to. Before, I could only raise it a certain, like maybe up to here. The second one, which actually turned out to be a little bit longer, which is nice, so I was able to raise it up all the way because I like getting those low angles and without getting like my ceiling in there. So now I can get even lower without getting the ceiling in there. And also the second one I can use on the ground. Specifically for today, she will be seeing on the ground a lot, so now it's more consistent. So now just all white. It should look a lot better now, a lot more, I guess, professional, some would say. So yeah, those are the major differences for this shoot, setting wise. Now the actual shoot, I'll explain that more when the model gets here. Okay, you see the braid? You see the braids? All right, so the model has arrived. I wanted to explain because for the concept today, she has these ropes, and I want her to kind of explain what exactly that is.
Hi, I'm Carolina. I'm a model and makeup artist based out of Colorado, and I also do Shibari, which is the rope that we're talking about.
Yeah. What do people use it for?
People use it for like decorative tying, like you can just tie stuff to be pretty or whatever. Like I'm pretty sure Shibari does mean like to tie neatly or something along those lines. But yeah, it can also be used in BDSM, but yeah, it's really pretty. That's mainly why I like it.
We will be getting the shoot started, and I will be loading up Portra 400 first. Then developing and printing color pictures. So I've actually never done color. But down the line I might do it just because it's like way more cost effective. And then I actually off a whim ordered an enlarger.
Yeah, it's like during the quarantine I spent a lot of time inside just learning how to, like I bought this Shibari Patreon and like learned everything on it. I was like, this is $5, I have nothing better to do.
Hey Google, turn my light to blue.
Oh, I'm like, which one?
Alright, go ahead and dangle your head. 3, 2, 1. Stay right there. 3, 2, 1. Cool. You're going to be standing, but you're going to be kind of like leaning forward like this.
Okay.
And then bend your knee more, the knee that's in the air more, so that way it's closer right there. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Okay, so we have finished the first roll of Portra 400. Now we're gonna use, I'm gonna load up Cinestill 800. So I brought out the colors because I feel like Cinestill is gonna do pretty great with the different colored colors that we're gonna use. She's doing a new tie, and we brought out the super like bright red boots. Hopefully those come out just as bright on the film. So let's go ahead and load up. A small piece of my camera just flew off. Hopefully it was not important.
Jesus.
You never know what to expect with these old cameras.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1.
And like the red doesn't even look red because this red is so freaking red.
Yeah.
Like.
Hey Google, turn my light to white. Alright. Finish the roll of Cinestill. And we have wrapped. That is the shoot. I think we got some at least decent pictures today. I'm hoping they came out alright. Yeah, what do you think? Did we do a good?
Yeah, I think we got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But we'll see how they turn out. Yeah. And here we are, about 9 months later. That shoot has come and gone. First, I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures I did take. If you want to see more, you can check out my Instagram, link down below. That's where I posted more of these pictures. As for the shoot, the second sheet that I got this time, and I was able to put that other sheet on the ground, it actually really helped me this shoot. I was able to get more shots with her on the ground without it looking weird because of the carpet or anything. So I'm actually really glad I got that. I still to this day use both for my shoots. And as for the lighting I used, it's still the same light I'm using right now, but as you saw, I used the colors gels for that shoot, and they actually worked out really well. The blue is kind of like a pale blue, so it's not the most strong blue, but then the red is super red, just like Carolina. Also shout out Carolina for helping out with the shoot. But as she said, the red is super red and it drowns out basically any other color. And that last shot I took with just the red was on the Cinestill 800T, and that's just how it came out. Just red. It was all red. But it actually came out pretty cool. That's one of my favorite shots. The thing I did learn in that shoot that I fixed in the next shoot after that one actually is the lens I use. The lens I use is the 127 millimeter, and that equates to like 63-ish millimeters for full frame, and it's way too tight for my enclosed, confined studio space here. So right after this shoot, I did order a wider lens, the 65 millimeter, which equates to about 32 millimeters in full frame. So that's basically twice as wide as the 127 millimeter, and in my confined space, it's super helpful because the 127 millimeter is just too tight for this space. It's nice for close-up shots and detail shots and everything, but if I wanted to get the full scene, I needed to get wider, and I can't back up very far in my space. So that's why most of those shots were very tight. Alongside that, some of these came out a little blurry, but that's because I was shooting at a 60th of a second. But since it's a 127 millimeter, I shouldn't really be shooting handheld below 125th. At least that's the rule for full frame. I'm not sure about medium format. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same for medium format. But with that, since I was shooting below 125th at 160th for I think all these shots, it's much riskier to get that camera shake, and I did get some of that camera shake in my shots. So after that shoot, when I got the wider angle lens, I can comfortably shoot at 1/60th and not be too worried about camera shake. However, apparently I just have shaky hands, because in the next shoot following this, I still got blurry shots, and you'll see those actually. And apparently I have shaky hands. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, shout out to Carolina for being a part of this shoot. And I mean, she brought her rope, her Shibari rope. Her Instagram will be down in the description below, and mine will also be down in the description below, like I said earlier, if you want to see more of these shots, because I posted more of these on my Instagram, obviously. And if you have any questions for me about what equipment I use, or how I got certain shots, or anything, if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. But that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.